better. Hello! I don't know if anyone is. Hopefully everyone can see me. Hopefully people can. Okay. Hello everyone! Welcome to a live story time today. I'm Emma from the Clinton Public Library. I read a lot of the story times that you hear on this, on our YouTube and Facebook. Usually they're pre-recorded, but today we're coming at you live because, and the light is going to be a little weird in here because I'm next to a window, but we have Lucky here. Lucky, and I will bring the camera closer, is our library goldfish. We've had Lucky for a couple months now. He's gotten so big. Lucky. There he is. He's swimming around. Today, we're going to be teaching Lucky how to read. With this book, The Library Fish Learns to Read. So this is our library fish right here, Lucky. I'm sorry you can't see him too well because of the glare. That's a little better. But today, we are going to help our library fish learn how to read. And Lucky, it's a goldfish, just like you. Yep, Lucky is our goldfish here at the Clinton Public Library. He is up in the teen department, and you can always come and visit him. All right, let's, maybe if I do it like this, but then that covers Lucky. So, just gonna have to kind of go like this. All right, it covers Lucky. I'm trying to, there we go. All right. Library Fish loved her home. On the desk of Mr. Hughes, the librarian, it was the perfect place to welcome every visitor to the library. From where she sat, Library Fish could check each book that was borrowed and returned. There we go. You can see little Library Fish over there, returning every book. Watching everyone at the library. Let's go like this, kind of. Oh, this is much better. Library Fish loved watching everyone wind through the bookshelves searching for just the right book. She loved the quiet hum of the rooms as each person settled into comfortable spots to read and read and read and read. I don't know if Lucky's very much enjoying this. Lucky, buddy, hello. There he goes. Of course, when someone wanted to practice reading, Library Fish listened carefully. She never interrupted. Still, story time was always her favorite part of the day. Mr. Hughes read stories that made Library Fish quiver with excitement. Sometimes he read stories that made her laugh out loud. Very cute. And say, again, you can visit our Library Fish anytime that you would like. You can always read him a story if you want. Today, Mr. Hughes held a book that Library Fish had never seen before. He read the title, the name of the author, the illustrator. Library Fish was all ears. Once there was a dog, Mr. Hughes began, who loved stories. Library Fish nodded. I love stories too, she thought. She inched closer so she could hear Mr. Hughes continue. Whether he was listening to a story or looking through wonderful illustrations, each and every book took the dog on a new adventure. Library Fish giggled. Me too, she thought. Stories had taken her on amazing adventures. What happened next, she wondered. One day, the dog decided he would learn to read. Learn to read? Lispered Library Fish. Go on, go on! It took a lot of time and patience and practice, but after some time, the dog began to read all by himself. So Library Fish over here is really excited to see what exactly Mr. Hughes is reading and is thinking to himself, Maybe I could learn to read. Do you think our fish, Lucky, could learn to read? There he is. He's right in the front now. He's just swimming around. Not a care in the world. Mr. Hughes had not even turned the page when Library Fish wanted to clap. She wanted to cheer. She wanted to hear the story again and again. Most of all, Library Fish wanted to learn to read too. Library Fish swam around her bowl. She already knew the library was a very busy place was the very place to learn to read. She was surrounded by everything she needed to begin. Still, it took some planning. Library Fish is so excited! Library Fish waited until Mr. Hughes called, "Good night, Library Fish. Keep an eye on the library." So we have Lucky here, and Lucky keeps an eye on the library for us. Then she sprang into action. Filled with the possibility of a great story, Library Fish was ready for her newest adventure, with plenty of hard work, determination, and of course imagination. "First stop, the alphabet," said Library Fish. Library Fish had listened to Mr. Hughes teach readers about the alphabet any number of times. "The alphabet is made of letters," Mr. Hughes had said. "Letters make sounds, and when we string and weave and blend those sounds together, we get words, and words make stories." One by one, Library Fish studied the letters carefully. Hour after hour, night after night, she made sure she knew every letter and each sound it made. F is for fish was one of her favorites. ZZZs were always welcome after a long night's work. Library Fish is working really hard to know how to read. In the morning, Library Fish was right there to open the library with a wiggle of her tail, even if she was a bit sleepy. Now when books were borrowed and returned, she noticed every letter on the covers and every word. When the library closed for the night, Library Fish practiced and practiced some more. Lots of practice from Library Fish. Say, Lucky, you need to get to practicing. If you want to be like this Library Fish, you got to be reading some books. In time, Library Fish found she could put letters together to make sounds. F-I-S-H, W-I-S-H, S-W-I-S-H. She could read small words too. Even her fishbowl was filled with fun words like G-L-U-B, glub, and W-I-G-G-L-E, wiggle, and B-U-B-B-L-E, bubble. Library Fish practiced reading to her friend Bookmobile. She practiced reading to no one at all. And when someone wanted to practice reading to Library Fish, she listened with great attention as always. Then she practiced reading right back, in a very quiet voice, of course. You can come and practice reading with our Library Fish if you want to. Lucky would love to hear what you have to say, and Lucky is a great listener. See how well Lucky's been listening to the story? He hasn't said anything. Library Fish pored over page after page and book after book. When she couldn't quite figure out a word, the illustrations were there to help her. Look at all the reading that Library Fish is doing. One night, Library Fish went up and down the aisles of the library in search of just the right book. She chose one carefully and settled into a comfortable position. Slowly, Library Fish read one word, then another, then another. She read line after line, page after page. She giggled, she gasped, she laughed out loud. When she came to the last page, Library Fish read aloud in her proudest voice, "The end." She did it! It was only when the sun began to peek into the sky that Library Fish tucked herself into her bowl. She drifted off to sleep, murmuring, "I am a reader. I am a reader." Library Fish did it! Library Fish read a book. The next morning, Library Fish welcomed every visitor to the library. It was sure to be a busy day. But tonight, she thought, tonight might be the perfect time to share all I have learned with a good friend. She could not wait to begin. Look! Library Fish is going to read to Bookmobile. So that was a pretty good story, about this Library Fish. But you can always come to the Clinton Public Library and see our Library Fish. I'll show you Lucky again, because Lucky likes the spotlight. Lucky, come on! So Lucky doesn't really listen. There's Lucky. So you can practice reading anytime to our Library Fish. I hope you guys enjoyed The Library Fish Learns to Read, and I hope you'll be back to listen to more stories soon. See you guys!